All right, here we go. And I'm recording. No need to remind me. This is the effects that something has when you change the dimensions of some solid. Okay, could be a pyramid, could be a cone, could be a prism, could be any solid that we've talked about. If you change dimensions, what's going to happen to the other dimensions, okay? Or the other surface area, volume, all that. So here's how it goes. If the dimensions of a solid, so some figure, a prism, a cone, are multiplied, and again, the dimensions, right, is what gets you a scale factor. So when we're talking dimensions, if we're going to multiply our dimensions by a scale factor of A, then your surface area is going to be some number that many times the original surface area. Anyone think they know what it should be? If A is our scale factor, then what's the surface area going to be multiplied by? Did you say it, Genesis? I didn't hear you. I heard something. What? Not B. What are we going to do to A? We're going to square it, right? It's A squared times bigger as a surface area if it was A times bigger as a scale factor, okay? Volume, same thing. If your volume is, or if your scale factor is A, your volume is going to be A cubed times bigger, okay? Which is very similar to what we talked about yesterday. It just maybe looks a little different. I'm going to encourage you today to just keep setting up a proportion. If you can set up the proportion, I think it makes a little more sense. But you don't have to. There are other ways around it. Okay, so let's start with some surface area examples. This says if the dimensions, remember dimensions are scale factor, so that's your A, if you will, are doubled. So if your length is doubled and your width is doubled and your height is doubled, the dimensions of a prism, or your radius, if you're talking about a sphere, okay, or cylinder, if that dimension stuff, the lengths are doubled, what do you think happens to your surface area? How many times bigger is it? It's not 2 times bigger. The dimensions are 2 times bigger, right? Doubled means 2 times bigger. So that would be your scale factor. So if that's your scale factor, what's your area? If that's your scale factor, what's your area? It's 4. You're going to square it. Okay, so if you double it, that doubling squared, because now there's 2 dimensions, right? 2 dimensions you're working in, means you multiply those dimensions by each other. So it would be 4 times larger. Okay. Look at number 2. It says the surface area of a figure is given 62 square centimeters if the dimensions, remember dimensions are which? Scale factor, surface area, or volume? Scale factor. Okay, so basically they're saying if you're working with a scale factor that is multiplied by 5. So if your original was 1 and you multiplied by 5, that would be a 1-to-5 ratio. Right? You could think of it like that if that makes more sense to you than just thinking I multiplied by 5. It's a 1-to-5 ratio if you're comparing the 2 figures. Okay? If that's the case, that currently is your scale factor. Okay? You could say it's a scale factor of 5 if you flipped it over. Same thing. They're telling us the surface area of the original figure is 62. What's the surface area once the dimensions changed? So what do we need here? Currently we have a scale factor. What do we need? We need a surface area, okay? We need a surface area ratio to find the missing surface area. So if I make this a surface area ratio, what am I doing to it? I'm squaring it, right? You're squaring it. It's A squared. So you could call it 1-to-25 is your surface area ratio then. Or you could say it's 25 times bigger if you're thinking of it flip-flopped. What will the new surface area be if the original was 62? So now stop and think about that. If this is my ratio, 1 to 25, and I set up a proportion to compare them, that original that they gave me, is that associated with the 1 or the 25 right now? If I made something larger, then the original would be smaller, right? So that means the 62 is associated with the 1, and the missing unit is associated with 25 times more, okay? So you can do this and cross multiply. You can also just take 5 squared and multiply it by the 62. But I feel like a lot of times proportions make more sense to people, so I'm gonna show you the proportion way. So you would get 1 times x, or x, equals 25 times 62, which is 1,550 centimeters squared. Okay. All right, go to number 3. It says the surface area of a figure. So they're giving you a surface area, and then they tell you the dimensions are multiplied by 1/4. Is this figure growing or shrinking? It's getting smaller, right? So that means this is going to be the larger of the 2 surface areas because it's shrinking down. So if you're going to set up a proportion, that comes in handy. If the dimensions are multiplied by 1/4, okay, that means technically you have a 1 to 4 ratio, or you could say a 4 to 1 ratio, however you want to think of it. As long as you relate them to the right thing, it does not matter if you go 1 to 4 or 4 to 1. You got to match up the right parts, okay? So let's say it's 1 to 4. And they're telling us that our dimensions are multiplied by 1 to 4. Is that scale factor, surface area, or volume? That's scale factor, right? That's the dimensions. Whenever it's dimensions, you guys, when you see this word, you should be thinking scale factor. If they're giving you dimensions, that's your scale factor. They're asking for what the surface area of something would be. So what am I going to do to that 1/4? You're going to square it. You're going to square and square. So now you have a surface area ratio of 1 to 16. And now this is usually the tricky part, is making sure you set this up so that you're finding the right thing. Think about what you started with. They told you the figure is this. And then it shrunk, right? It got 1/4 the size of what it was. So this is the larger figure. So where are you going to put that 736? Top or bottom? On bottom, across from the larger of the 2 numbers, which means we're solving for that top surface area, okay? And now you cross multiply again. So 16x equals 736, and then you divide by 16. And you get x equals 46 square inches. Okay, did anyone do it a different way? Because what you could have done is you could have said, if it was 1/4, now it's 1/16 times the number, right? So you could have just plugged that in right off the bat, but I feel like a lot of times people mix up what, if it's 1/4 or 1/16 or 16 over 1, are you multiplying by 16? Are you dividing by 16? But for those of you that you're like, no, this clicks for me, you're welcome to do that right off the bat, okay? Questions on that? Okay, jump to volume. Very similar. Now instead, talking about volume, it says if the dimensions, what should you think when you hear dimensions? Scale factor, right? So if they are multiplied by 4, that's either a 4 to 1 ratio or a 1 to 4 ratio. In my brain, I always go 1 to 4, but you could go 4 to 1. It's the same thing. How many times larger will the volume be? Okay, so if it's multiplied by 4, then the volume is going to be 4 to what power? The 3rd power, right? So if you want to think of it like this, you can. If you want to think of it like this, you can. What you need to make sure of is that you're cubing the 4, okay? So if that's your ratio, How many times larger it is that 4 taken to the third power. So it would be 64 times larger, right? A 1 to 64 ratio means it's 64 times larger, or a 64 to 1 ratio is 64 times larger, okay? Okay, so then look at number 6. The volume of a figure is 110.5. That's the volume. If the dimensions, scale factor, are doubled, what will the new volume be? So what's your scale factor? The dimensions are doubled. What's the relationship between your sides? You kind of have two options here. You could call it a 1 to 2, or you could call it a 2 to 1, because it's just how do they relate to each other, right? One is double the other. So if it's doubled and you had a 1 to 2 ratio then what's your volume ratio? How do you get from scale factor to volume? You cube it. So it's going to be 1 to 8 is your volume ratio, because you're going to cube the 2. Okay? So if it's a 1 to 8 ratio, and it told us the dimensions were doubled, what would happen? Is that volume the smaller figure or the bigger figure? What you started with, and then it doubles. So what you started with is what? Smaller or bigger? Smaller. That's your smaller figure. So if the volume ratio is 1 to 8, then you would go 110.5 is your smaller volume over whatever that new volume would be. And now you can just cross multiply that. So you get x equals 8 times 110.5 is 884, and it's a volume, so cubic feet. Okay. Okay, I'm curious if you can figure out number 8 then. You try number 8. A similar solid A to solid B. If the volume is given and the volume is given, how can you find how many times the smaller solid is than the other? Give that a go. Okay, you have this ratio, and you can do it either way. It says A is similar to B. A is this, B is that. So that's the comparison of your two volumes, right? So you can say 21 over 4,536, or you can say 4,536 over 21, as long as you keep consistent with where your things are, okay? So if you do this, 21 divided by 4,536, hit enter, turn it back into a fraction, you're getting this. Remember, you always want to reduce first. Or if you flipped it the other way, it just equals 216 if you do it that way. Okay, so this right now, what does that represent? Is that scale factor, surface area, or volume? That's volume, which means those numbers have been cubed, okay? So to undo that, to make it a scale factor, you're going to cube root that. So you're going to go the cube root of 1 and the cube root of 216. So it's a scale factor of 1 to 6. Okay? So now think about what that's saying. The volume of solid A is this. The volume of solid B is this. How many times smaller is A than B? It's not 1/6 times smaller, right? It's 6 times smaller because it's a 1 to 6 ratio, which if you had just flipped this over, it would have worked out to 6. But you just have to think about, what are they asking me? What does that mean with what I know? So this would be 6 times smaller. Okay? Because it's a 1 to 6 ratio. Questions? Okay, I'm done. Let's talk final exams, shall we? Yes.